ep4 here, Chris. This is my video. I know I have a big Giants banner behind me, but it's trying to break up the monotony of just my face on film. ep4 Chris here, your sergeant. Military police was a question I got. What is military police? And also, what does a military policeman actually do? It was from Frank. Hey Frank, he asked me, what is an MP? Well, you asked me, you asked, Chris, you asked Thrill Beats, whatever, Mr. Sergeant here. You asked me, what is an MP? And just cutting to the chase of what is an MP. An MP is a military policeman. The MOS is Military Occupation Specialty of 31 Bravo. I know I said that twice. It is a military policeman. There's also a 31 Echo, which is a, what is it, a cantonment, it's a prison guard, come to mind right now, and the internment specialist, that's what it is, I believe it is. When I first came in the military in 2002, I went through, going back to what a military policeman is, when I first decided to join the military, they said a military policeman is a police officer. That I would ride in patrol cars, that I would pull people over, that I would do law enforcement, type things. Being a military policeman. I believe the hype. I believe my recruiter, Sergeant Valenzuela. He actually told me that I would be patrolling, that I would sleep, that I would take naps, that I would have donuts, that I would be a cop. Pretty much, that wasn't true. Military policeman isn't just law enforcement. You got one side of the house, which is law enforcement, and you got the other side of the house that's combat. They never told me about the combat side. They never told me that I would be deployed for more than a year, that I would be running convoy escorts and stuff like that. So going back to the main question, I don't mean to bounce around all over the place, Frank, and everybody else who's watching this about military police. A military policeman is almost, it is a policeman, on the house side. So if you look at a police officer, that's what I do when I'm stateside. So unlike everybody else in the military, they go out and shoot ranges, they go out and shoot their ep4, they go out and shoot their saw, they go out and shoot their whatever weapons, and then they hang out in the rear and go to the motor pool in their vehicles, and they train in MTXs and go to the range and stuff like that. Every single day, whether I am stateside or overseas somewhere, I carry a weapon for the most part. I would say about 80 to 90% of the. But a military policeman's duties stateside, let's start there, or Europe, as I'm in Europe right now in Belgium. My duties consist of how do I phrase this? Enforcing the law, enforcing the law wherever I am in the world. Which means that in California, I have to learn California laws and on post laws and what code someone violates if they are speeding. So not only did I have to go to the range and shoot weapons and stuff like that, I had to actually be a law enforcement officer, police officer, and work the road there. I was actually on the desk for a while as a RTO, blotter clerk, which is police report. So police blotter, if you look on the internet and type in police blotter, everything that's happened within 24 hours, that's what I was responsible for, was my 12 hours of the shift. And if I was on the back half, which is the night shift, I would have to complete the blotter and have it ready by the next morning. Sidearms, just like a regular police officer. We enforce the law, speeding, parking, illegal parking, and here in Belgium I had to learn Belgian law as much as I could. And so you got the law enforcement. I drive patrol cars, lights, sirens, loudspeakers, traffic control, directing people on the road, car accidents, stuff like that, helping out as best I can, taking information, access control. But when I first joined, I didn't get the law enforcement taste right away. I actually was deployed in combat, so it was like, oh, here you go, here's a weapon, good luck, see you later. And I didn't even get a weapon right away either, because I went on a deployment to Cuba, and that was prison guard. So I got to see both sides of the house, being a prison guard, and obviously not in Leavenworth or anything like that, like a big prison, but it was Cuba. Enforce the law that we are being put there to enforce. So we're police officers. So we see a cop on the side of the road, on the side of the road. If you see a cop, a police officer riding around his patrol car, yes, we do that. So just think about an infantryman. No offense to infantrymen, because I know that there's a couple people that I know that were infantry and now aren't. But just think about an infantryman, whatever, who has to do everything that he does, but mounted. And sometimes dismounted, obviously. We do foot patrols as military police. Just in general, helping as much as we can. You see the movies, you see Saving Private Ryan, you see We Were Soldiers, you see all those movies, you see the MPs. They're the guys in the back somewhere. They're the guys that don't get any credit but are there before everybody else, cordoning off the road so the other guys can come through. We support all the other MOSs that come through and big guns and big this and big that, and we're there. A little small tidbit of information that I don't share with everybody in the world. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But look up Fallujah. 2004 in Fallujah. You look up Fallujah, Marines, infantry. But there was a whole MP battalion that was there, which I was part of, which I was, proud to be a part of, and we got, I think, we didn't get any credit at all, pretty much. But I mean, we don't ask for it. We don't. We do our jobs day in, day out. You got people that are infantry, that are kill, this, that, and the other. But we, peacekeeping for the most part, and we protect for the most part. The motto is assist, protect, defend, military police. And I'll put the crest up in a slideshow afterwards, and maybe a couple pictures from my last deployment, which was, a couple years ago, and maybe some from my first deployment if I can dig them out, just to give, just a visual of what I'm talking about. But, so we have the combat side, we have the law enforcement side, so I've gotten both within my time. Have a nice night. It's Friday night, and I haven't had anything to drink. There was a wine tasting festival on Post today. French wine tasting. I didn't taste any wine. I'm not a big wine drinker. Anyways, I'm going to end this video now. And if anybody has any further questions, put your comments or questions below on more specific questions about what is a military policeman. Frank and Jose, I hope that I answered your question of what is a military policeman. If you have any more in-depth questions of what a military policeman is, police officer, combat infantryman, gun in the turret, riding around, driver, whatever, and this and that, and appliance security. If you have any more questions or specific questions on what I did, where I was at, and more stuff like that, then I will do another video on maybe deployments, or stateside, or crazy traffic stops that I've had in my time, because I've been an MP for a while now. Original MP, not like reclass people, no offense. But if any more questions, leave them below. Thanks for watching. More videos on the Army, Giants Chatter, Brussels Astros episode 3 coming soon, if anybody is watching that. So thank you for watching very much, and I hope this Army episode 4 was informative for you. And if you have any other ideas for videos, please place them below.